The thing is that the terminology of Thai Fukuok started yesterday. I don't know when. Today, I was connecting everything. What I practice in life, I call it now Thai Fukuok. It's the first time I gave a name or something from such a high level of awareness. Before, I was talking about my yoga. My yoga, it was the blog notes I was taking to come back with more experience and being able to speak with easier words by having experiences with anybody. So today I had an amazing experience with my sister and my nephew by the phone, and the same experience, but 1,000 times bigger because of the conceptual things. It was today with this Philippine family. But it was basically the same energy. We were talking about the same things, but completely different concepts and different stories. One was paradise, the other one was more awareness and energy. But paradise, the energy of meaning of paradise, and the end is the same, right? So my sister was saying that my nephew was agreeing. I said, but you don't know what he's talking about. Of course, he knows. And I said, I'm visualizing him. And I felt many times like he feels. And when I speak with him, I'm not speaking with just the data of the words. I don't want that accumulation of, I want to know how you feel and how aware you are of how you're feeling. I never ask him with these words that I think I don't need, but today I gave to this child and the family what I feel that for me, it is the capsule that kept me in there so well connected. And when I'm speaking with people, I can see myself in them, in anybody. And none of the reactions are going to surprise me. None of them. I'm ready for any kind of reaction. And I know that half of them come from fear, that comes from ignorance, that comes from uncertainty, comes from stranger. And being a stranger means nothing. I told the child that maybe I sound to you like very familiar. So how can you be a stranger and familiar at the same time, right? You can, in all the conceptual levels that you can imagine. But I gave the child what I do, and I was doing it right now. Just connecting with your breathing in the way I've been connecting all my life. Like, who's telling you how to breathe? Come on. It's transcending absolutely everything. So I'm sure there is some current of breath working that teach you this. But most of them, they are not teaching you this, but something very similar, but without the soul of the concept. It's just information. So everybody who has been surfing and felt, who has been boxing and felt it, been climbing and felt it, you either feel it or don't. And I haven't feel it with any of those, but I felt it in many others. Not surfing, but body surfing is my state, one of them, of floating or running in the water. But always 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. I'm not doing that. I'm just feeling that. That's what I want a boy to learn, just to go to the capsule whenever they need it. When I have a terrible headache doing a lot of sport, boom, I went there because I wanted to break my head on the wall. I said, I'm going to my capsule. And I didn't know for many years that I've been doing that all my life because it was difficult. I had to transcend the mind control. But today I didn't explain the child. I just gave them the story of what it was. And then I said, if you can keep him in this capsule that I'm talking about, I don't care what method. It can be Catholic, but until this, nothing else. But I don't know. I mean, if you manage to do it, call it meditation, call it whatever you want. But it's creating your own capsule. And I don't think anybody told me this when I was a child. I don't remember that. But I felt many people were like, people would call them angel guards. No, they are people like me. There are people like you when you are aware. Almost, I would say 100% of the people are keen to help you, to help. 100%. But something is going through the rational mind that is changing their behavior. But the first natural reaction of someone who needs help is to help. And that's what I've been doing with material and no material things. And I told them the other day, I gave back a mobile. It was the third time I find one. Every time I give a mobile back, something is stolen from me. So this time it was the camera. The other time it was a GoPro. The other time it was another camera. And another time it was, I don't know, maybe something in my car or whatever. But something happened, something was stolen. And I'm not stolen often. Not at all. Maybe in the last, well, only the times I've been giving back. So I was having this conversation with a stranger because I don't know if he was the owner, and he called, and then he said, "Wow, nobody would do that." And I said, "Yeah, I did it 4 times and 3 times, and then 3 times this thing happened. And it doesn't mean that if a fourth time is I'm not gonna do it because why do I want something that hasn't been given to me? Maybe that person needs it a lot, right? So only if somebody gives it to me, okay, that's fine. But what I mean is that when you are in that capsule, you don't have to pretend you are a good person because nothing can hurt you. And when you're living your life that way, who can kill a child? That's a movie from, I haven't watched it, but I think the concept is this. ¿Quién puede matar a un niño? Chicho Ibáñez Serrador.